Steve Evans had that down as a difficult first half and a very professional second.
Yeah, listen, I think we were poor first half. Everything we done was poor. It's fair to say I was strong at half time. Wasn't shouting or anything like that, but it was strong words. I asked for a response. We left the team the same, despite probably going in at half time thinking we're going to make 2 or 3 changes, but we left it the same. But you know, when I've set up this dressing room being full of men, full of passion and commitment, it demonstrates that, you know, 3 goals in under 5 minutes, and we probably should have scored more in the second half as well. So again, when I've challenged them and put it to them, they've stood up as a group and delivered.
You knew that Kings Lynn were going to come at you early, and they certainly did, and didn't help when Terence Van Kooten had to limp off. No, Terence just felt his Achilles a little bit, and he felt if he'd got a few more strides, it could be a problem. So we've always said to our players, it's precaution and safety first. So we had an excellent bench today. You know, there's a lot of illness being in the camp. Some of that was reflected in team selection, some of it was reflected in the substitutions. But you know, we've come to a difficult venue. That team beat Doncaster very, very easily only a few weeks ago. So we know how tough this game was going to be, but I think you've seen our quality in the second half without having any quality in the first half. Good way to start the second half though, and to kill the tie off.
Yeah, I think the goals are tremendous. I think Luke's 2 in particular. First one, he passes it into the corner with a real plume, and his second one, Luther Wilding puts a sensational ball in. If it's on the BBC later tonight, people should watch it. It's a sensational cross and a great finish. And Jamie the Reid's goal will be in contention for goal of the round, won't it? Because it was fantastic. He's turned the player, he's opened himself up, and he's put it where no goalkeeper in the world, including those at the World Cup, save it. And so we're pleased. We won't get carried away. We'll look at the draw with interest, and we'll see what it brings. But I'm pleased for the supporters. You know, the supporters today I don't know what it is. I don't have a political side when I do my job as Stevenage manager, but those supporters today with trains and people on strike, maybe going on strike, and confusion and all sorts. So for 700-800 fans to make their way up from Hertfordshire and get here today, despite all those problems, was wonderful to see.
Just quickly as well, it was nice to see the 3 goals, but it was equally nice to see the clean sheet. And Tay Ashby-Hammond was well protected there in that second half. Yeah,
I think you were. I think we were much better defensively. We did a lot more. I think we dealt with their problems much better in the second half. I thought Carl Gianni was off at first half, but again, when you get into Carl's as a personality, he stands up like a true warrior, and he was. And I thought beside him, Dan Sweeney, and I thought all the back four were good. I thought Max Clark played really well today. It was a great temptation at one point to introduce young Saxon, who's not been great health-wise in the week. Like he said, there's bug that a number of them have had, but I was really pleased with the back four.
And into round 3, and I guess that's one of the boxes ticked that you'd have had at the start of the season.
Well, as our chairman said to me on the telephone in midweek, you know, second in the league, through in the FA Cup, through in the Papa John's, and I keep looking at him. Do you know what I mean? And but you know, he wanted us to come, and he just wanted us to come and win a cup tie and give the supporters the opportunity to dream before the draw. We know we can have a club away in our league or below us, and we can get beat. That happens in reality. But who's to say we don't draw a big one and give a wonderful day for our supporters? So until the draw, we can dream about what the FA Cup might be.
Why not today?